Oh, that is so cool. Hello. You want to do an experiment with me? Let's paint. All right. I have been getting tons of questions over the past year or two that I've been working with pearlescent paints about whether or not they can be used as the swipe catalyst. And it is time to test that out together. So I have actually not fully tested this out with all of these colors. So I am going to use a dark base, and I think what we'll do is just test out quite a few things. So I'm not going to I don't have a concept in my mind of what I want the painting to look like. I do have some leftover colors as well. So I'm using pearl violet, pearl green, and pearl blue. And I have a turquoise green, a blue, and a violet actual color as well. So I think the first thing I might do is pour the black down and just swipe some black. Swipe the pearls over the black. Next, I will swipe the corresponding color as the pearl activator over that color. And then, I don't know, I might even get a little crazy and swipe a different pearl activator over. So this is going to be kind of exploration. I say I don't care what the painting looks like, but I do a little bit. But this is really just, let's experiment. And if you have any ideas for this, put them in the comment box below. So I'm going to start with just a pool of paint, and I am going to spread it out a little bit because I want to have a good area to work on. I don't exactly know how this one's going to come out, so I didn't want to use a really large canvas for this, but I will admit that this one feels really small compared to what I've been working on recently. Okay, I almost got a perfect circle. Isn't that the name of a band too? All right. Okay, first up, I think I'm going to do a big palette knife swipe. So let me see which one this is. This is violet. So I'm just going to stick this palette knife in here. Now you're not going to be able to see it. It's going to have to dry, I feel like. But let's try it out. Okay, first swipe incoming. Oh, the purple's showing up immediately. Oh my gosh. So pretty. It's fading in really quick though. And these are quite thick, and it's still fading in really quick. Okay, I have a tiny bit still showing up. I don't even know if this is going to show up once it's dry, but next one up, green. Let's see what this green looks like. Okay, here we go. Green is going to go up here. Oh, again, really pretty, disappearing almost immediately. Okay. Okay. I wish I could see it dry because I can still see, it's very hard for you on camera, but I can still see all the lacing. All right, next up is gonna be the blue. Oh! Okay. All right, I saved it. None got in. All right, here we go. Next up is going to be the blue. I swiped a little bit over the purple. The blue is fading, but not as much as the other colors so far. Okay, so that's going to be my background, and we'll see if that actually shows up. Now I want to put down some color. And I think I'll swipe with smaller knives over that. So this first one, I'm just going to add a little bit of the turquoise here. And then I'm going to do green with green. So that's violet. That's blue. Of course, it's the last one I check. Let's see. I don't know if that, it's going to be interesting. I want to start in the color to not get any of that black over it. Oh, that is so cool. It's like I swiped with the turquoise green. This is going to be so cool. I can actually see where I've swiped the other ones. I don't know if you can on camera as well. That I'm not worried about that. I can either twist that or it'll come off. So I'll worry about that in a second. Okay, my blue swipe was through here. So I think I'm going to do the blue up here. Ooh, that was a lot of blue. So I think I'm going to do, nope, that was green. Dang it. I should have my colors by these colors. Okay, I'm more set up now. Blue, blue. These colors are basically like transparent. So that explains a little bit why they're sinking down so far. This is so cool. And I think my violet I'll bring up and cross through up through there. And once I stretch it out, they're going to stretch as well. This is so cool because if this dries this way, even with just like a little bit of shimmer, you have found the way to get this color lacing as well without swiping with blue lacing, if that makes any sense. In my mind, what I'm trying to convey to you is correct. It's basically acting like a transparent medium at this point. Okay, so violet. Right here. And I am going to swipe with pearl violet. I want to make sure. Okay, that was not my best swipe because I'm gonna have I wanted to see the background, the swipes. I wanted to see it all. So I actually might do another test where I swipe over different colors. I want to see how this dries first, actually. It could just be very dark with 3 stripes of color. I don't know, but I don't want to go over this background just in case it does show up. So I think I'm going to leave it there. And the next one that I do experimenting with this, because I made up a whole batch of these. I have a couple of ideas. But the next one, I'm going to do those colors flip-flop. So green pearl activator over blue, green pearl activator over purple, kind of like that. But for now, let's just see what this looks like. I think I have enough paint. Just pour a little bit in the corners. Okay. Let me, one more time. Okay. Oh, I'm glad I did that because actually I'd spread that paint out pretty far. This may come out like nothing, y'all. I don't know. It doesn't look like much right now. I can definitely see. Oh, I don't want to lose all my green turquoise lacing. I can definitely see the original pearl that I swiped with though. But transparent colors definitely take on the color of what they're swiped over and the color of the base. So it makes sense to me that because these are transparent, that the black is, you're gonna see that through it. Okay. Could be just a really dark painting with these lines. I don't know. We're gonna see. I'm gonna get cleaned up. I have a lot to clean up on my sides, and then I'll show you what this looks like, and then we'll see it dry. Okay, so it doesn't look like much, but look, I'm gonna try because there's like a glare. So right there is where I swiped with one of the colors. I think it's Pearl Violet. You can see the lacing right through here. Here is what the actual lacing looks like. It just literally picked up the color of whatever you've swiped it over. So like if you don't want to have some white lacing or some black lacing, you could swipe with that pearl color. But I'm going to see how it dries before I make any final recommendations. Gosh, you can just see me. Look at me. I'm trying to get you in. You can see there is the lacing. So that's going to show up in when this dries. This was super cool. Gosh, you can see even the texture of my, there. So that was the original lacing. All right, so this is gonna be one, you just gotta see it as it dries. Well, an experiment it was. This is going to end up being a base coat for another painting that I do probably. I still have some of this activator with the pearl paint and Australian Floetrol, so I might do like a ring pour or a straight pour with it with some other colors and see what happens on this canvas. But it is not a failure because I learned quite a bit. So I'll put this down on the table so that you can actually see the colors and the lacing. My camera, since it's so dark, it's picking it up. But the color, swiping over it, because it's almost like a transparent color, it picks up whatever color you're actually swiping over. So that was really interesting. And I feel like that can be used to your benefit when you just want specific lacing of a certain color. So I do think I'm going to test and do some more experiments with this. But as far as just swiping itself as a base, I thought that it would show up a little bit more. What it looks like is that the pearl paint mixed with the Australian Floetrol sunk down through the black color. So let me get you down on the table and show you the actual lacing. Okay, so here, and it's really not pearlescent lacing, it's really just the color that I swiped over it. So that is what the lacing looks like there. And I swiped the green over the turquoise green. But here, the pearl blue lacing did show up. But this is what it looks like. Let me get you focused. This is what it looks like when the paints are heavy and the lacing sinks through. These are the same consistency as my black paint too. Sometimes if your swipe activator is too thin, it'll look like this as well. Here is the green, so you can see it up close. There is lots of lacing that showed up, but from far away, it doesn't look like much. There's that beautiful purple lacing through here. So it was an interesting experiment, but just not as successful, I would say, by itself. But the lacing that it creates this way is absolutely gorgeous when it's swiped over another color. So super cool experiment. And I'm going to keep playing around with this and I will share with you all what I find. Let me know in the comments if you thought this was interesting and if you thought this is what was going to happen. All right. Thanks everybody for watching. Happy painting. Bye.